Well, we have some breaking news coming in at this point of time. Earlier, we had reported about massive shelling near the nuclear plant. Now, what we're learning right now is that the mayor of Energodar, where the plant is situated, has said that the shelling at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant has now stopped. The latest update that the shelling has stopped. We don't know whether the shelling has stopped temporarily or whether it will continue further. But right now what we know is that the shelling has stopped. And I'd like to also take you through some of the other points that what we know at this point of time, that heavy fighting had occurred earlier at the plant site. And there were reports of injuries. Some were serious. A training facility had caught fire, which is now under control. There is no evidence of radiation leak. Essential equipment remains unaffected. Right now, fighting has stopped. The shelling has stopped, according to the mayor of Energodar. We have to wait and see how the developments pan out in the next 1 hour. For now, the shelling has stopped.
Absolutely. So some sort of relief at least coming in currently. Crispino bringing us that latest on how the shelling has stopped at the moment at least. Now, we don't know whether that's going to last or not. But let me bring in Brigadier Jamwal on this. Brigadier Jamwal, we were speaking earlier in the morning and, you seem to believe that this is a war of narratives perhaps that's being played out by Ukraine at the moment. But it's already had its ramifications. We've seen the UK come in and say we need an emergency session. There is widespread condemnation that's coming in, perhaps some sort of a reaction from Russia as well if shelling has stopped currently. What do you make of it? Brigadier Jamwal, if you can hear me. All right, I think we have some sort of audio trouble with Brigadier Jamwal. We'll try and fix that and come back to you. But Major General Sudhakarji continues to be live with us. If I could put that question to you, Major General Sudhakarji, what do you make of the current situation? And do you think if this is a battle of perception, a battle of narratives, perhaps Ukraine has managed to get an upper hand in this?
To you, good morning to all our viewers. And if I have understood your question correctly, well, in multiple channels I have been saying that this conflict must be brought to an end because we are landing up or heading towards playing with fire. There are too many sensitivities. There are nuclear installations. There are biological pathogen labs which have not been reported in many channels, which are going to come to light very soon. And like Wuhan virus, similar kind of, plague issue record. So coming back straight to your question, is that whether it is building up of narrative or not, if I have heard you correctly, well, even if it is a building up of narrative, it is on an extra sensitive issue. This conflict, if it goes beyond the limit, I think the limit has started. The world body, Global Apex Organization, must take a very, very stringent and stern view, call for a special meeting, bring this conflict to an end. Otherwise, it is going to play merry hell. It will be very difficult to evacuate people if the radiation commences. God forbid, I only hope and pray to God that no firing has taken place. There are sensitive components. A little while back, one scientist was on your channel. He was trying to explain if the shells have landed at those points, well, nobody can say there is a disaster looming large and it will paint a different narrative. So let's stop this narrative building even now. It is becoming too sensitive. Back to you, Nupur.